This year, we received almost 5 inches of rain in less than 2 hours.
I saw that there was sewage that had backed up, so we called the insurance right away.
We have a company that I know that just pisses me off.
I guess they saw that it was me and my young son. They figured that they could rip us off.
They were charging thousands of dollars for 2, even 4 hours. Is something wrong here? Yes. Something I'm seeing way too much of, violent storms. This year in Toronto, July 8th, we received almost 5 inches of rain in less than 2 hours. It was one of the worst floods the city has ever seen. Emergency crews worked overtime to keep the city safe, and it put a massive strain on our infrastructure. Under passways, under bridges completely flooded, unable to drive through. This happened throughout the whole city immediately. Almost every single home that had damage was from the septic line in their home, from that backup pressure, from all that drainage that's outside that we have in the city, pushing back into the houses. For some, not only were they victimized by the storm, but also by the insurance contractors who were hired to help. You must be Gina.
I am.
I'm Mike. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
And Joey.
Yep.
I heard a lot about you.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you. Gina and Joey found themselves navigating through mud sewage in their basement thanks to the storm. Unfortunately for them, it wasn't the only thing that stank.
This is the basement.
Wow, the basement's actually bigger than I expected.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had a flood, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Where did it come in? Through the foundation?
Right
The
there.
sewer there.
Lovely. So how high of a flood of water came in?
Was probably about this high. We just know there
It
was
was brown
water. and
water,
there
you know,
was-
brown water. Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't look good.
How did it smell?
It wasn't very nice. The fact that there was sewage in the basement was a big problem. So we called the insurance right away, and that's when they told us that they were sending a preferred contractor. So we were confident that we were going to get somebody who knew what they were talking about.
Okay, when you call in the insurance company, their job, and they notice, is to come in and quickly, within as fast as they can because of mold growth, they're gonna come in, clean the floor, they're gonna cut at least 2 feet of the drywall off the floor.
Nothing.
You're saying no.
No.
That
They
didn't happen.
Didn't do any of that.
So what did they do?
They took out, it was a one-piece vinyl flooring here. They took that out. There was carpet over there, they took that out. There was carpet in the bathroom, they took that out. And then they brought in the dryers. Joe was the one that extracted all the water with the shop vac, and they told him, don't bother, that the fans would dry it up. And Joe said, no, you can't, you have to remove it.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
After the cleanup crew came in and literally didn't tear down any drywall, just mopped the floor, put up a couple of, not even a vacuum, they actually had Gina's son Joey vacuum the floor. He was smart enough to take everything down. That's exactly what needs to be done here. There are rules when it comes to an insurance claim.
We knew that we had to get the drywall up and cut and everything because
But you took it all down.
he
I
took
took
it all
everything
down.
down.
You didn't even mess around.
No, don't mess around.
Okay. You found out that it was a $10,000 coverage because they let you know, but you know, most people, like 99% of the people, do not read their insurance and do not understand how they're covered, why they're covered. If you leak through the foundation wall, you are not covered.
I've learned
found
a lot.
that out then?
I've learned a lot, yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty here because I'm a little disturbed with some of the things that I'm hearing with the insurance contractor. So you asked him how much, and he told you?
He told me that it would be about $2,000. I thought $2,000 was high, but he explained to me that, you know, how much it is because it's an emergency, it's a different rate. And we waited for a few weeks and got a call from the insurance company, and they said that they had put the quote in. The contractor had put the quote in, and it was $4,500. And that just blew me away because I had the discussion with him about roughly around $2,000.
Gina pushed back to the cleanup crew of the insurance company saying, that's too much money. And believe it or not, they dropped their price. They were only here for 2 hours. Think about that. They were charging thousands of dollars for 2, even 4 hours. Is something wrong here? Yes. It's about coming in and remediating immediately. Pulling up the drywall, cleaning the floor, pulling out the carpets, not you sucking up the carpet, not them squeegeeing to the drain to literally clean it, because if there is feces in the water, it's going to leave a residue, so they'd have to power wash, they'd have to do everything. I would have made sure, if I worked for the insurance company, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to touch anything. As a matter of fact, you're not allowed to be down here. I'm gonna clean everything, we're gonna take it away, I'm gonna do my job, because that's my job. So right away, we have a company that I know that just pisses me off. As far as I'm concerned, the contractors here really were malice. If you think about it, they let Joey clean up that sewage, and what's in the sewage? Crap. And that crap could contain E. coli, and that could be very dangerous to Joey's health. The contractors are liable for this. They need to take it over. That's why they're there. They're part of the insurance system. They come in, clean it up, leave it to the pros. Don't let the homeowner do it. Okay, I see a tool room, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, that's my grandfather's tool room.
And he's no longer with us, is that correct?
He passed away.
This reminds me of something my dad would have done, and my dad is gone a long time ago, too.
My dad was very particular. He was a carpenter, self-taught carpenter. We always joked about that it was gonna take him like 100 years to finish the basement because he wanted it to be perfect. He had a saying, what was the saying?
Measure twice, cut once.
Yeah, measure twice, cut once.
Did you work with him at all?
Yeah, I did. We used to do little projects together, me and
There's
him.
one of his first projects
The
up
little
there.
house up there. Yeah, that's my first house.
This is your first house?
My first house, yeah.
How old were you when you built this?
I'd say maybe 6, 7 years old.
It's kind of messy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm playing with you. That's pretty cool, actually.
My parents took care of him when he was little so that my husband and I could go to work, and my dad would give him tools and all of his old tools and let him do work in the workshop down there, and they would build things, and they had an amazing relationship.
This is almost like time stopped. Old baseball gloves, bats. I mean, I love all this. I notice you haven't done anything with this area, but yet you've stripped everything else.
We didn't really touch the workshop because it was hard for both of us to get rid of that part of the basement.
It was hard enough to take the whole basement, but I wouldn't touch that room. That's where me and my grandfather spend most of our time. It's where he taught me pretty much everything he knows. And most of the stuff I know today, that's where I was taught.
Since I'm here and I'm going to clearly take down the rest of it, I'm going to look to make sure that everything's good. And we're going to finish this really nice, because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right this time. Just like your grandfather did last time. I have a lot of respect for people that want to do things right, and I can tell that Joey's grandfather was a great inspiration to him, and even to me for that matter, because he's a guy that, he's organized, he cares, he wants to do things properly. I'm just going to do the same thing.
I think the biggest thing is to get it back to, sorry.
I think we just want to get back to the way my grandfather left it, because he basically did all the work himself. And what he did down there, it meant a lot for all of us.
I heard something about you were with Skills Canada.
Yeah, I did the bricklaying, masonry.
So you did masonry?
Yeah, I did for 3 years.
Skills Canada is a competition much like the Olympics for the trades. And we're talking like 47 trades, from hair cutting, cooking, serving, right to auto mechanics, you name it, everyone in my field. You got a gold medal?
I got a gold for 2 years, yeah.
And to see Joey get a gold medal in bricklaying, I'm like, yeah. Out of curiosity, like I said, it reminds me of working with my dad. What's the relationship you had with your grandfather?
We were very, very close. Anything he'd do, he'd try to involve me in it.
He wanted to teach you?
He wanted to teach me.
I wanted to pull Joey's mom aside just to talk to her personally about him, because I know what I want to do. I want to make that tool room for him and his grandfather a memory. I'm just going to pimp it out just a bit. So there'll be a time period that I'm going to not allow him back in.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You ready? At least we have a nice day today.
Oh, it's beautiful,
It's
man.
kind of cool this morning. We had our tests done, and I checked it, and we did find E. coli. So I had to bring in a company to do all the removal so it was safe for us. Now think about it. How does a company come out and charge thousands of dollars to clean this up when they didn't clean it?
Hey, we can go home. The work's been done.
Yeah. Okay, we have a job here. Look at, you made Derek carry everything?
He's like a pack mule. Yeah.
Is that all your stuff?
Oh, sure, but
We brought our tool belt, you brought your truck.
that's just my lunch.
Joey, he's the grandson and son of Gina, who ripped this all apart himself, because the guys didn't. They just like squeegeed the floor. They were here for 2 hours, threw on a couple of fans, and charged 40, or attempted to charge $4,500 for 2 hours worth of nothing.
God.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're just going to rip everything down. I'm gonna have Martin come in. We'll look at the plumbing, because we're gonna finish that bathroom. It was Joey's grandfather who really did all this. You can see the old wood on the wall here.
Oh, he did all this?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
For someone that done it himself, it looks really good. We already know there's asbestos tile in the laundry room, so take everything, leave the tiles. I've got a crew coming in tomorrow, and they're gonna clean this up, okay? Let's do it. We're gonna keep a similar design to what Joey's grandfather originally had. I like the size of the bathroom, but I'm gonna extend the laundry room to give Gina just a little more storage. Right next to it, we'll build the utility room. I love the big family room, so we'll keep that. And of course, we're gonna build Joey a killer tool room. You see that? That's why I wear a helmet. Smacked me right in the head. Years ago, they used common nails, and that's why they just slip right out when I hit it. Because the common nails don't actually screw into the wood. The common just sit into it. So once I knocked the bottom off, that just came right out. We don't do that anymore. We use R-Dox. R-Dox is like a screw. See? Common nails.
Nothing like a little shower. It was just a really bad solder joint. I saw it dripping, and it was too late, just popped.
All right, cool.
It's okay, we'll put a cap on it.
What we found here is buried junction boxes in the ceiling. Something goes wrong, how are we supposed to find that? If you're gonna leave a junction box, you have to leave it accessible. At this point, ceiling's down, we're gonna rip it all out. Thank you. No problem. We're gonna remove this panel and we're gonna add an expandable panel where if down the road she decides, I wanna redo the kitchen, I wanna redo the bedrooms, she'll have the room in the new panel to add those extra circuits. So for Gina, we're thinking for the future.
We have a little bit of asbestos within the vinyl tile. So I'm gonna bring in a abatement company. There's also asbestos within the plaster down there. So I need to bring in the pros. They're gonna have to tent it off and they're gonna pull it all up at once. If it was just the tiles, we probably could have done it ourselves, wearing the right safety equipment. But since it's in the plaster, that changes things.
The room is set up, it's sealed. There's no air coming into the room or out of the room. For this reason, we have a negative air machine inside the room, which has the 3 filters inside with a HEPA inside. What the machine does, it sucks all the air from the containment area and blows it out from the windows. At this point, guys are suited up, and I'm out of here.
It's a little bittersweet in here, eh, bud?
Yeah.
You know what's amazing about this? It's probably 100 years old, man. You know how many years he's probably worked on this bench? I want to keep this bench.
Oh, damn, did you see this down here?
That's awesome. That is an awesome piece.
Was this your first radio?
That was probably Billy's. I'm a little bit younger than that.
The stress of having to deal with a flood off the top is huge. But then when you have to deal with the stress of these people that are ripping you off is so frustrating. And I mean, it turns somebody who's a very positive person into not so positive anymore. Because then it's like, who do you trust?
Oh, well, that's a nice blank canvas to work on. Today is going to be all about breaking this floor up for Martin. So guys, what I'd like to do is break from that wall to about here because the bathroom's going to shift over, only because we have to do a backflow preventer here, okay? The rest of us, let's get the walls up.
Perfect.
Outside walls only today.
Done.
How many times do we got to hear sewage coming from a backup? Anytime there's massive storms out there and we flood all our sewer system, it just comes back up in the house. Path of least resistance. When are we actually going to put in a very good backflow preventer that stops it from coming in? So you've made a mock-up of the backflow preventer, which you're calling?
Yes.
No, you're...
Backwater valve.
Backwater valve, because
Exactly.
backflow preventer's on pressure.
Backflow preventers on the domestic water line coming into the
Okay.
house. Backwater valve
Is for
on the-
drainage.
for the sewer lines, yes.
It's still a backflow preventer.
It works the same way, it's just a technical terminology, right?
I'm not arguing.
Yeah.
Drain runs down. This is supposed to be outside. What you want to do is mock it up. You're going to put water in. You're going to show me how this actually closes off and
Exactly.
stops the pressure
Yeah.
from coming in.
As you can see, it's a very simple device, but it does work. Once the water starts backing up from the city, the bowl lifts up, and then it triggers this gate,
Which closes it
which
off.
closes off, and it will stay in that position as long as the pressure from the city is applied. The moment the water dissipates, the gate, the bowl drops, and the gate opens. There's a plate that goes over this, and
Which holds the pins down. which
exactly,
holds
it's got
the
a
pivot.
gasket and it holds everything in place. So it is a bulletproof system as long as I have enough pressure coming from the city to close this gate and keep it closed. The basement will be protected.
These are the things we need to put our money into to make sure that we protect the house. How many times I got to say it? Protect it from the outside in. Spend your money right. You save it down the road.
What I want to do is I want to expose the pipes for Martin. I can tell right now this clay pipe is probably from my stack that's in the back corner. That's what Martin's going to want to attach to get our waste and everything out to the city. Right now, this is the bathroom toilet that I want to move back, so I'm going to have to dig this area out, but what we're hitting is clay, so it's not exactly fun.
Okay, so I'm starting with literally a brand new design. I got rid of my existing clay pipe. I'm planning to install a backwater valve, which will be obviously a last sort of a fixture, last item before the drain leaves the house. From there, I'm gonna go with my 4-inch line to the back of the house, and I'm gonna have my branch lines for the basement bathroom. Last phase will be making all the connections permanent, make sure the slope is proper, supported with gravel, and wait for the inspection.
That's a nice trap door. I kind of like that. That's something I would do. Gina, have you ever gone in here?
Not for a long time.
How long?
Before my dad passed away, it'll be almost 10 years.
So you haven't even looked in there in 10 years?
No.
Do you mind if I open it and take a look?
Sure?
And there is things in there. Talk about a time capsule. Currency, coins, money, not a lot.
Wow.
Holy cow, look at this. We don't even use dollar bills anymore.
No.
Ones and twos. But the memories, the notebooks, the scrapbooks. Do you mind if I look in this?
No. It was all of our sports, my brother and I.
When you were younger?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, this is precious stuff, isn't it?
Finding the scrapbooks, I think, was a big deal because I knew that they were around, but I couldn't find them anywhere in the house. I didn't think my dad would take that much care in putting them, making sure that they were safe, but obviously he did.
What is all this?
Oh my,
What is this?
movies. Those are home
Movies?
movies, yeah.
Home movies?
Yeah.
Not to mention 30 to 40 rolls of film. If my mother and father at the time actually saved all the stuff when I was a kid, I'd freak right now to look at it. I'm gonna take all of this and I'm gonna put it on the table in there. I'm gonna pull out the rest and I'll let you go through it to see what you can find in there. And something tells me Joey is going to be very interested in seeing a lot of this. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I would be, if I was him. Nice. I love it when a plan comes together. What is that?
Let's go, Mike.
Is that stone?
Yeah, stone inside a storm line.
Okay, so the pipes are clearly separated.
Yeah.
So that's just the stone on the floor.
Yeah. So what we're dealing here is a combined system, which takes stormwater and sanitary water all in one line that is being discharged out to the street.
This is standard in old homes, where the weeping tile around the house that controls the rainwater drains directly into the sewage system. This is no longer allowed by today's code. Plus, once we install the backwater valve, when engaged, it will stop the water in the weeping tiles from draining. That will cause the storm water to back up into the floor drain and flood the house. What we need to do is separate the two lines, redirecting our weeping tile to the sump pump that will eject the water outside. This will guarantee Gina and Joey never see another backup in this house. It also means we now have to dig another hole, this time for the sump pit. All clay, I can see the sweat on you.
This is 100% nothing but the best, hardest clay. This is horrible.
I know. Sticks to the shovel, it's very heavy, it's a pain in the butt.
And it's soaked. The groundwater coming up through here it's filling up as I take it out. Martin tells me it's sewer water, but I'm going with spring water. Always thinking positive. Smelly spring water.
That's why I'm letting him do it. I can smell it.
I don't know how many buckets anymore. It's been all morning. I'm tired. My arms hurt.
I mean, I can walk in and just go ahead and insulate, use the studding that's there, fix the shower, and close it all back up again, and it wouldn't be too much money. But you know me, I'm gonna take it down, and I'm gonna use new products. I'm gonna make sure it never molds, it never has an issue, and that Joey and Gina have got one hell of a basement when I'm done.
Tell me this. Are we deep enough yet? We're good?
Yes, it's good.
Perfect.
So poor Adam had to remove all this clay for me so I could install the sump pump and make those systems literally independent of each other. I have my floor drain, which is part of the sanitary line, and I have this weeping tile, which now is part of the storm line. It's separated. There will be no cross connection between the two water lines or the drain systems, and there's no potential for this to back up or for this to have any issues because I have a backwater valve at the front.
So, Gare, I just got to ask you, the furnace is actually working. Why are we replacing this thing?
So when I looked at the furnace originally, again, we had flooding here, so you can see all in the back, a lot of rusting. The water line, you know, all this was submerged underwater. So we had the motor, the blower, our ignition completely underwater. I'm not surprised it's still working. Again, everything's dried out. An electric motor underwater submerged, how long is it gonna last? Everything's been soaked. The biggest issue I have here, they had sewage in here. Nothing's been cleaned in this, so they're actually breathing all that crap. At this point, we're pulling it out, we're putting a new one in. And I think the homeowner, at the end of the day, they'll appreciate a brand new furnace for this home.
So, Joey, now absorb it. Now, this is, I know this was
A little different.
it's a little different, eh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Looks good. It was tough to see. My grandfather did he did a lot of the work himself, pretty much everything, and you know, it just hurts that
to know it's all gone, but in another sense that it's going to be done right and a lot better.
This is the room I wanted you to see, and this is the room that I know that's going to be, you know, important for you to work on. So here we go. Now we've gutted it. Now this is going to be jarring for Joey today, seeing his grandfather's tool room gone. But it really needed to come out and be redone. We were dealing with E. coli bacteria. 3 feet of sewage in that basement is a lot, and we can't keep that stuff down there. But what we can do is keep the grandfather's memory alive by keeping some of the stuff that was in that room. I think he's going to enjoy it when it's done.
81.5.
All right, so you got your crown. I want you to mark it with a pencil. Yeah. Which way would you put it on the wall?
Crown facing out towards the foundation.
That's right. Now, why would you do that?
So there's not a bow in the
That's
wall?
right, exactly. It's just all about your finish. And that's good, man. So all I try and do is I just run it up there. I want to make sure you're nice and flush to that top plate. Sort of you can feel it, you can put a square on it. As long as it's flush, you're good to go.
When my mom sees it, I think she'll be excited and thrilled, happy that it's finally done.
It's nice having you, buddy, okay?
Thank you, appreciate it. Can't wait to have you back, man. Thank you.
Can we have a coffee too?
No, you guys keep working. Joey and I are going for coffee.
We are 2.5 weeks in. It's looking really good. Want to thermal break the walls here because we don't have the room by the stairs, so that's why we're going to be intimate with the rigid foam against the wall. We want to make sure that when we do our studding, we use coated lumber. It's going to be mold resistant, it's going to be fire resistant. I'm a big fan of this, and we should think ahead all the time for a purpose or a possibility of a flood. But at the same time, we want to make sure that studded wall is away from the concrete. Remember, the concrete foundation will hold the most amount of moisture out of any product in your home and will transfer through. We're going to use wall-tight eco spray foam. We want to thermal break much like we've done with the rigid foam and allow that foam to go in behind it so now that it protects the stud and creates a barrier between the foundation and the wood itself. All new PEX has been run through the basement. We're here now. Let's going to change it all so we never have to do it again. The little things we think of also is the bulkheads tie in. We need that head clearance down here. I'm 6 feet tall, so I want that head clearance. We're going to take this ductwork, we're going to widen it, and make it shallow and put it up so that we have a nice higher bulkhead in place. All the drywall that we're going to use is a mold-resistant drywall, especially in the basement, throughout the basement. You do it right, you never have to come back and fix it again.
Now, remember what I said about the crew?
Yeah.
That the initiation happens when you become a crew member, so I want you to come over here.
We gotta wait this puppy down.
Little crowbar here. He might need another hammer, he's only got 2.
And every good carpenter should have a clip, an accessory clip there, so you can put this clip there. You go.
Oh, that's nice.
Put a light on you so you know where you're going.
That's awesome.
I'm so happy with you.
Third eyebrow. I just wanted to catch what Sherry looks like. What do you think, Sherry?
You look so much like me.
That's it. Bang on.
We're at the last stretch. We want to get it back to Gina and Joey. We want to get it done so they come back in the house, make it comfortable. We're no longer here. It's about getting the homeowners home.
Well, Glenn laid these tiles. Now I'm just prepping them to be grouted. You just have to clean out the mortar joints that come through. Just scrape it with a knife. Once you clean that up, you get a nice clean surface to lay your grout into. So you want your grout just to like be able to just pour out like that. See how soft it is? That way I can work it into those joints. Get underneath the tile pretty good. You see I'm going on an angle to the tile? That way you push it in underneath. If I just run it along with the groove, it's just gonna keep pulling along. If you're not out of breath, you're not grouting, that's one thing. Because once you're grouting, like you're gonna be pushing on your wrist for about half an hour. You're gonna feel that. And then after that, you do that, wipe a couple times. And then you do that, wipe a couple times again. And come back and do that, wipe a couple times again. It's about 6 wipes and you should have it all clean. So grouting's pretty easy, eh?
So we're here today to install slat wall onto two side walls here to give him a little more storage for all the tools that he's got to go in his tool room here. And then we're going to start installing the panels from the bottom, working our way up. It's made from 90% recycled material, so it's very good for the environment. We're recycling what's been used before. It'll hold up to 75 pounds per linear foot per panel. So if you were to do the math on a complete wall, you could literally hang anything. The wall will come down before the panels will break. This wall will allow us to move stuff around. You know, if he gets more tools later on, he may be into woodworking now, maybe he goes into doing something different later on. He'll be able to add those tools at any time and move anything around as their need arises.
We're at the point now we can case our windows. It's very important with MDF. You glue your edges. When you paint MDF, that paper material inside there, that ground up material, that swells and ruins all your joints. You glue it like that, that seals the end, the paint can't get in it, and it can't swell it out on you afterwards. Gives you a better joint, a cleaner joint. And you look like you know what you're talking about.
When we were going through the tool room, I noticed that there was a bunch of old, really cool looking tools that I've never seen before. I'd love to take these tools up to my buddy JR at Frontline Cabinetry, see if he could bring them back to life. In addition, there's a lot of memorabilia and odds and ends that the grandfather had. I would love for JR to build a box or almost a tool chest for Joey and his family. That way we can store all the grandfather's memorabilia in that. How's it going?
Not too bad. How about you?
Good.
You brought some goodies, did you?
I did. Check out these old tools, eh?
Look at that, look at that.
When's the last time you seen these?
Oh, we'll get some of these cleaned up, man.
Where are we at?
Well, we got the box, the carcass of the box almost done.
Oh, wow.
We used walnut. It's solid walnut all the way through.
Look at this.
So yeah, it's a picture of Joey and his grandfather.
That's a nice
And I think that's fantastic. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna inset that right in the top here. We'll router it in and then we'll put an epoxy resin over the top of it. It'll be nice and clear coat, but it's also sealed and it's good for life.
Wow, that's gonna look great.
All right, Glenn, you ready?
Yeah.
Relish. We're doing it.
It's an interesting color. So now you're gonna go into the laundry room and you're gonna want to do laundry.
You're gonna have
It's
fun.
a fun atmosphere.
Yeah, it is. And if someone doesn't like it, they can talk about it too. It's a conversation starter.
I'm gonna do that for my wife's laundry room. And then
Let me know how she likes it.
When you pull this back and you see the flooring with the walls, it's gonna look really, really mint.
We'll find out if I have a job at the end of this. I like the color.
This is your first coat?
First coat.
Perfect color for down here, too.
Yep, it's nice. We're just putting the second coat on. Everything's looking great, so I don't think there's gonna be any prep in between what we're doing here. So we'll put the second coat on. I think we need about an hour and a half.
Hey, man, we're gonna get them back, I'd say, by tomorrow afternoon. I'm a happy guy. Beneath the flooring, we're using this new Amvec underlay system. You know, I like this product, and I'm gonna tell you why. Based on the age of this home, we know there's no rigid foam underneath the concrete. Rigid foam underneath the concrete stops that cool from coming up into a warm zone, hot meeting cold. If you're unsure, just put a piece of plastic down on the floor, and overnight, it will be wet underneath that plastic. If it's thermal broken underneath, it should stay at the same temperature inside the dwelling. By putting this product on the floor, it's an R3, and this will go underneath our underpad of the carpet. So what it'll do is vapor barrier the floor, and at the same time, thermal break it with an arm value. So not only is it a cushion, but it acts also as an insulation blanket. This is kind of smart in an older home. Here's what a $10,000 policy did not fix. From the abatement, the framing, the insulation, drywall and tape, carpet and tiles, the paint, the railings, that's $33,100. The HVAC, plumbing, electrical, $29,200. From the appliances, environmental test, all the way to the rental equipment, $17,500 for a grand total of $79,800. And you know that doesn't include us.
Holy, oh my gosh. Wow. I think Grandpa will be proud.
Look at the food. Now, did everyone here cook? Did everyone have part of this? Yes?
Yep.
You know, today is really all about giving the house back, and I thought I'd change it up a bit, you know, by bringing in the next generation of cooks, of chefs. I thought I would actually feed you first. We brought in the skills, the next generation of skilled trades when it comes to chefs, serving, everything is to do with Skills Canada. I love this. And they have cooked up a mean lunch for us.
So are you folks all happy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Food is good, nice and hot.
Great.
Way to go.
Okay, now that you're fed, because I'm full, I don't know about you.
Yep.
We're good.
That was nice to have the students come in and cook for us, eh?
That was awesome. It's been a long road that we've come through, just dealing with the insurance company and dealing with the contractors and feeling like we're not getting anywhere.
What did you want?
The tool room.
You wanted a tool room.
That's it.
So I turned the whole basement into a tool room. What did you want?
A place for the family.
Place for the family.
Yeah.
So big tool room, small place for family?
Well, if it's up to him, yeah.
Come on. I'm not gonna make you wait anymore. Let's go.
And then you guys show up on the scene, and Mike and the crew, and made everything perfect.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Not a bad start, eh?
Wow.
This is nice. Wow.
It's warm.
Yeah.
Very warm.
Furnace is off.
Wow.
That's because the insulation we put in, thermal break, you see us spray it, the wall-tight eco, and that just not only bonds actually the wall to the stud, the thermal breaks it like a cooler, so we stop that hot from getting cold, which is very important to me. Every piece of drywall in here, mold resistant. Makes sense. So which room would you like me to show you first?
What's
Door
that
number
room?
one. Door number one.
Door number one, let's go in there.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
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 Look at this.
Beautiful.
Well, this is a laundry room.
Yeah.
Hope you don't mind the color.
It's still beautiful.
All new plumbing. Pretty well all new electrical down here. All new.
Oh, a new washer and dryer.
Wow, that's high tech.
Well, when we do things, we make sure everything's new. It just kind of makes sense. This is something that Daniel, my kitchen guy, and us, we talked about. This is for you, because it makes sense. You can hang stuff up. You can store it. Like, it should be in the laundry room as far as I'm concerned. And you can't. They close themselves. Drawers do the same. Okay, I want to show you the furnace room and what we did and why we did it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we want to put the bifold door in the furnace room because we want it to breathe. And there's a flame in here, and we got to look at this and think about it. Everything in here has been updated. It's all new. If you notice, we brought the drain to here.
Oh.
Yep. The furnace is a brand new furnace because it was contaminated from the flood before. So we put in the sump pump, probably one of the best sump pumps you could buy because it does have a bolted down top. It's nice and tight and it drives out to the backyard. The reason I'm here really is the flood. And what we had to do, break the floor open, put the sump pump in, and all this extra work is really because what? Your insurance company said you have how much?
$10,000 to fix it.
To fix it.
That's after the
After the cleanup crew
came in.
cleaned up the money.
That's all they did.
Cleaned us out, yeah.
You know, I never want to blame insurance companies because it's really up to homeowners to see what type of insurance they need in their home, and it really is their responsibility. However, when there's a flood and something happens and the insurance company says, here, you're going to get $10 to do a $10,000 job, as an example, that's not going to work. And that put a lot of pressure on Gina, and really she relied a lot on Joey to clean it up, to take it down, and that causes conflict and that causes heartache. This door here is really clear. We're gonna use it as a storage room and your water room, and that little gray thing in the floor, you know what that is?
It's the backflow preventer.
Yes, you're learning, aren't you? It's a simple system, and all it does is shoot. So when water comes rushing back in again, it fills the box, closes the chute, and stops it from coming back in the house. You put in one of these, you put in the sump pump, you've really solved all the problems. And on top of that, make it fire-rated, mold resistant, and you're never really gonna have to worry about dealing with insurance companies again.
Good.
And it's a nice little storage room.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, Joey, you open the door.
Cool.
Just walk right in.
Wow.
Wow.
No, it's not a bad little bathroom, eh?
That's
For
beautiful.
a three-piece in the basement.
Really, really nice.
Really good Panasonic exhaust fan. Nice and quiet. It's whisper quiet. New tile. Nice little pattern they did on the
It's
top.
really nice.
I like
Yeah.
that. Big tub.
Wow.
Nice and clean looking.
It's beautiful.
Really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, come on out. Let me show you the living area. So you have a really large area to entertain. You know, I can see a nice little sitting area here. You know, furniture galore if you wanted. I mean, the tables, you can bring in all your family. I think we're missing a room. What do you think?
I think so, yeah.
What room is that?
The tool room.
Tool room.
Yeah.
There's one more door.
I think it's the tool room.
Do you want to see that?
I think so.
Do you think he can live down here?
He probably will be moving.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I would if I was you.
In the tool room, I mean.
In the tool room?
Just the tool room. that's
That'll
all.
be your playroom. Come on, let's take a look.
We're coming upon the anniversary of my dad's death this week, and so it all just comes together perfectly. It's all amazing.
Holy. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is
Amazing.
awesome. This is
Amazing.
awesome. Grandpa would love this.
Well, there's a few things happening here.
Holy smokes. Wow.
Grandpa and Joe spent a lot of time there. He taught him the things that he knows about carpentry, and he would let him make things, break things. He just wanted him to learn. And I think he did a good job, and
Yeah.
he would be proud. He would be so proud.
I think Grandpa would be proud.
Grandpa stuff on this side.
Wow.
We want to keep this. Now this side
Wow.
is you. So I grabbed some tools. I said, I want some new tools for you to encourage you to keep staying in this trade, to get you playing, and still have your grandpa with you.
Yep.
A nice tough floor.
Yeah.
Because we want to put it in place. Adjustable walls so you can actually dress this the way you want it, right? And I think your grandfather would like this room.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So you see a picture on the wall there, don't you?
Yeah.
So here's the forest. Second one is the walnut tree. It's a really big walnut tree. And one of my cabinet makers, his name is JR, we asked him to make you something as a reminder of what you do and what your grandfather taught you. This is pretty cool. Okay? This is actually really cool. It's all walnut. And because this is important. Okay, you're gonna make me cry. In a way, your grandfather, I don't even know if you know it, made a memory station at the top of the stairs, didn't he? We wanted to do this, and I'm gonna open this up because you gotta see this.
Oh, it's a baseball.
Well, that's his bat, actually, and he incorporated that into the handle. Isn't that super nice?
amazing.
That came from that tree.
He loved baseball, my grandfather. It was just kind of his sport. And, you know, the box, it came out really, really nice. I think my grandfather would have loved that.
I'll give you a hug.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Come on, you give me a hug.
That's awesome. I'll give it too.
All right, man.
I think it's amazing. It's incredible. Like I didn't expect it to be like this. I'm blown away.
I would just think he was just gonna, you know, do a little bit of drywall, paint it, and carpet. Nothing fancy, especially the tool room, what he did for me. The new and the old, it really ties together nice. It'll feel like he's with me all the time in there.
Yes, this is about memories. You need insurance on your home. You know, we need fire, we need theft, we need damage and possibilities. And it's for whatever reason we get caught up in this world of what's the cheapest insurance? They brag about it on television. Call us, we're $200 less. You're gonna save money. It isn't about that. It's about making sure that you protect the memories and pay for it right. You know, opening that door, that trap door at the top of the stairs and seeing stuff they didn't realize existed. Clearly, at the end of it, you can see it just rolled away. There was nothing to do with insurance or problems or headaches, just memories.
For more information about this show, please visit hgtv.ca.